Hello everyone and welcome to my hobby home. My name is Cathy. Thank you for joining me tonight. I am starting the Creative Notions Barn Star Quilt. Trying to get that where you can see it, where there's no glare. This is in the Creative Notions monthly subscription box. How they are doing it right now, I'm guessing it was because they were backlogged. Let me just read this to you. The blocks featured are from Maker's Planner 2023. Each month, 2 block patterns and 1 extra block pattern will be sent, total of 13 blocks. They will be making tutorials for each block. Finishing instructions will be sent in December. The fabrics they are featuring here are the Chalk Texture by Cherry Guidry for Benartex Fabrics. They did provide in our box, our subscription bag, there was a fat quarter bundle in there, but I'm not using it because it was only 1 fat quarter bundle, and you'll see on this, it tells the fabrics that are required, and it's more than what they gave us, and I have yet to be able to find another fat quarter or some of this. I even looked on Creative Notions website and didn't see one. So I just wanted to start it today, and I know this is probably a no-no to say this, but I have some Pioneer Woman fabric fat quarters that I practice quilting skills with. So I thought, well, this is practice technically. So I'm going to use it, and I'm going to make a Pioneer Woman Creative Notions quilt. So this is the first, there's no glare. That is the first block that we're doing. It's called the Double Friendship Star, and I will have it laid over here with my instructions. Only 3 fabrics are being used in it. This is my Pioneer Woman fabric that I pulled out. And let's get started. And I'm going to let you know my mic is over here and I probably am bumping. Okay, I got my fabric moved over here. So the first thing that we are going to do is, now I'm going to tell you, I'm still new at this and I'm learning the terminology, so bear with me. It says using 2 per time, half square triangles method. I've already done my diagonal line. We're using our yellow fabric. Now this is going to be the outer, see, on the outer part of it. And we are going to take this in the blue. I'm going to lay this right on top of my blue, and I am going to stitch 1/4 of an inch on both sides of my drawn line. And be aware that, like I said, I'm still new doing this, so this is practice for me. Oh, I gotta cut my machine on. It's not even on. Okay, so I am starting. I may need to bring my machine a little closer because I can't quite see. There we are. And as always, I'm using the, my scrap bucket's way over there. I'm using the Dove thread. And that's also what is in my bobbin. And I have checked my thread and my bobbin, and they're both pretty good right now. Actually, it's a new bobbin right now, so I know my bobbin is good. You probably notice I have you on an opposite side. I just decided that the other side wasn't really a good side because I sew with my hand over on that side, and so you're missing a lot of like where my hand placements and stuff like that. Seems now that I have you over here on this side, I've got my hand over here more. So our next step is to take this unit and match it with what they call the red unit. Now when they show doing this, it shows putting the diagonal. I'm going to put these down here. Get that out of the way. Okay, now we have these pressed out because I realized I needed these completed in order to do, or pressed out in order to do the next step. When you press these out, it does say press it to the dark side. I just opened my seams up. I know that's probably going to mess the nesting up, but it'll be okay. So our next step is we take one of these units and one of our reds, which I'm using this color, and take your diagonal and put it going across the half square triangle. And this we're going to be making quarter square triangles. I'm just making sure I have everything even, so when I go sewing, now I have to sew 1/4 of an inch each side of the line on this also. Okay, and we're going to do 4 of these. Okay, now that I have all 4 of those sewn, I am going to be trimming them or cutting them on that drawn line, and I will bring you guys right back once I have pressed them. Now that I have these pressed, I trimmed them up to the size needed. This is the only quarter square triangle that we need. We do not need the opposite direction or this direction. So what we're going to do, these are spare parts. This is our completed squares. So now we are going to just start assembling our blocks. Our first piece will be our yellow, then our quarter square triangle, and then another yellow. So I am going to start by sewing these 2 here together. Okay, so I've got it under my needle there. And I wanted to tell y'all, if y'all are interested in getting these, September was the first month that blocks were sent out. And I think we only got 2 blocks in September. But I'm sewing this on a 1/4 inch. And then when we open this up, we put our other yellow over here to complete this top row. And yeah, this actually, I don't know, they may be fooling me, but this seems pretty easy. Now, like I said, the terminology and trying to figure out the instructions and directions is a little bit, I'm not going to say difficult, but I literally have to stop and think about it sometimes because the terminology is still so new to me that I have to think about what it means. Okay, so that is our first row. So now to our second row. It is going to be a 1/4 square triangle in this position, a blue, and then another 1/4 square triangle in that position. I hope y'all can see that. Let's move some more light up here. I have an additional light and I just don't use it all the time. So I'm dropping this down and going to start right here. Match these up. But yeah, these blocks seem simple enough, which is, you know, for me, I'm still calling myself a beginner because I do not know all of the terminology. I do not know all of the stitches. Like half square triangle, when I see HST, that just throws me off. And I have to stop and think about, okay, so what are they telling me actually? And like half square triangles. Those, I don't know the terminology in the block well enough. Okay, making sure that's the correct position. We're just going to match these up. And they even tell you in the instructions, you know, to trim it down to a certain size, which does help because you have plenty of fabric when you're sewing on 1/4 of an inch to get your squares correct. So like say you've got one seam that was just kind of a little shorter than the other. Okay. Trim this up. And like I said, this is a practice quilt for me. See if you can see that there. That's my second row. And my third row is yellow 1/4 square triangle with it at the top left, the blue on the right, and then a yellow. Trying to see if you can see this far, but yeah, so I'm going to be putting these together. But yeah, once again, I mean, if you're interested, go to Creative Notions website. Check their subscription bag. I think they're going straight to, they're going to still be doing online, but they're focusing more on their subscription bags now, which I'm going to tell you, I love the September subscription bag. And I will show you why here in a second. The fabric that came in the bag, the subscription bag, phenomenal, lovely, beautiful. I am going to use it probably pretty quick like, because I love, they sent 2 patterns, and I absolutely love both of the patterns, but one of them I just adore. Okay, so that is our bottom. Let me grab the pattern. Okay, this is these are my project bags. When I have something that I want to do that it's like it's going to get done, it goes in one of these bags. This is the pattern, y'all. This is just absolutely adorable. I am a cat person. I love cats. And this is the fabric that came. Look at those colors. Beautiful. I love this. And this pattern only calls for the 1 fat quarter bundle. So, you know, that's how much they sent. So that's what I'm going to use. And this, the block of the month, it actually uses like a lot more than this. But yeah, that is our September bag. And they had another beautiful pattern, but I have it put up with my patterns, and those are put up on a shelf. Because, well, no, it's put in, I have them put in a binder. So what I need to do is press these out, and I'll bring you right back. We are now pressed out, so we are going to start assembling the block. I'm making sure I've got the correct positions, and I am going to nest the seams right here. Do this where you can see it. I'm pressing it until those 2 seams go flat. Then I am going to pin it to hold that one in position. Okay, got those pinned. Now I'm matching them up. And we are sewing this once again on a 1/4 inch. I always kind of do a scant 1/4 inch. Which is just a hair inside the 1/4 inch, or that's my definition of it. Okay, so now I'm coming to my pin here. And I'm holding that seam real good with my finger there. Now I'm making sure this matches down here. And y'all, like this, we are just about done with block 1. I'm making sure everything is correct. So now I'm going to nest my seams here. You may not be able to see this. I'm trying to keep it where you are in the frame. Okay, so now that I've got it pinned, I'm just coming over here. We're going to get this one put together. Okay, making sure that seam is turned in the correct direction before it goes under this needle. We are almost done, y'all. Look at this. Okay, so now let's look and see if it all matched up. Let me trim my strings first. Because like I said, it really doesn't matter if they match or not. Okay. This is our top. They come together pretty close. And our bottom comes together pretty close. When I press it out, see, when I pull it out, it looks a little better. Let me press. And we have the block 1 of Creative Notions. Let me see what it's called again. Barn Star Quilt. So block 1 of the Barn Star Quilt is done. So guys, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you like this type of content, please feel free to subscribe and click on that notification bell, and you'll receive a notification each time I upload new content. And as always, until I see you again, have a very blessed day. Goodbye.